There, myself Krish Raithukar, very warm welcome to all. And today we discuss a little bit about something VPN and proxy. VPN is one of the virtual private VPN stand for virtual private network, and proxy is one of them. So both are different domain, both have different workflow and different functions. But I try to connect with all with easiest way as much as possible. So yeah, VPN is one of the important concept we should to discuss because when you come in when you priority of the when you just give your first priority as a safety, then you should to discuss as the VPN first. So VPN is important one. So okay, so overall agenda for today, right? What we're going to discuss. Agenda number one, that we focus on the VPN, and then after we try to move toward the proxy, and proxy is one of the important one. And okay, so I will try to explain you with the real world application and real world analogy to understand much better about VPN and proxy. So okay, let's start. Let's come to agenda number one, and it is agenda we actually talk about like VPN. And if I say the VPN is stand for virtual private network, and VPN is all about when you just keep yourself safety first. Then I think VPN is important. VPN protect you from their lots of miscellaneous attack and somehow about your data privacy and your more about it. So let's try to understand what actually VPN and what actually is. So when we're talking about VPN, so I as usually know about I just always take just three word to explain any other tricky concept or something abstract concept. So initially it sound little bit uh, abstract, but if you just move toward the right intuition, that it's a lot more easier as compared from abstraction. So yeah, something like VPNs sound for secure, private, and encryption. So it's all about something when you just keep yourself secure. Okay, in the terms of something attacks that hackers want to some attack by using some kinds of the brute force, some kinds of lots of way to just lots of technique for attacks. So if you want to keep yourself um protected from their like miscellaneous attack, then you can use the VPN. The main function is second party like private. If you want to keep yourself private, no one any third person get attack on you, and they get access your particular personal files and sensitive information, then I think the VPN is sound really very necessary for you. Okay, next part is inscription. I think inscription is something you can say it's all about when the data moving from your personal resources to the internet, a specific ISP, then uh, VPN makes sure that particular information are encrypted. So is if not encrypted, then VPN try to encrypt it, and in such way like uh, no one can tamper it to maintain integrity when actually data are moving from one other part to another part. Okay, so that's how actually VPN. That's how the VPNs work in this three phase. A specific, let's suppose this is a personal resources that you have, and this is VPN, and this is ISP. ISP is basically it's this internet protocol where you just talk with the internet by this particular word ISP. Okay, and your personal resource, and like VPN is a middleman between your internet and particularly your personal resources. When you just want to talk with internet, you talk first, you just say, hey, just I want this particular information, just fetch out that particular from their internet. So all the data's packet arrive first the VPN, and then after just reach to you. So that the VPN and something uh, the first like at the wall between you and your internet services that you are using. So that's the VPN is. The key benefits is like protection and privacy. You can understand much better about it. It's all about protection and privacy. uh, VPN is all about protection and keep yourself private from not access to all that. You give that yourself minimal access, then VPN sound good for you. Okay, there is key benefits like when you're using a public Wi-Fi or security, then you should to use that particular VPN. Keep your first priority as a VPN because when you connect it with same source of the internet, the more probably that you can the potential consequence is much higher as compared from their something you are connected with your private network. So public Wi-Fi is really dangerous for us, or sometime for personal devices, and lots of people they don't know about, they connected with the public Wi-Fi, and they don't know how much possibilities to getting hacked in that public Wi-Fi. So really, its help is to protect from the public Wi-Fi security, and it's enable it facilitate the public Wi-Fi security, where you just protect yourself. Secondly, the bypass use restriction. So I will tell you a little bit story inside the India specific. Okay, so in India, the government tried to just ban the Telegram, and this particular one thing happened because of that. Uh, Lots of illegal things happen inside the Telegram. So government are just block this particular stuff in the like internet level, and that limited geographical restriction. So when you have a specific any particular resources source of internet that you're using, and that restricted in India, specific in a specific region, then you can use the VPN to just reach that particular one. And if you want to do that particular, so VPN help us to just hide your personal information, and they give you, okay, this, if you want to reach that particular one, your internet directly call with the VPN, you are not directly call with the internet sources. So no one can recognize you where you are, just where you are, and a specific okay, that's all about that, you can say. So it bypassed the geo restriction, especially when government bans some kinds of the application. If this particular application is necessary for you, and if you want to use, choose the VPN and write VPN and just use this particular application. So it bypass. Second thing, like data privacy. Data privacy is one of the important one. So, and you have a sensitive when you are running such as enterprises or companies that or businesses, that you have a lots of sensitive information, and if you want to protect this particular information, then I think the more important part, use the VPN. That's the story. Okay, let's come to the understand with the one of real world application or real world analogy. This is one important one for understanding this particular stuff. So let's suppose you are running a bar. This is a bar, and you know very well about inside the bar there are lots of people dancing, something singing, or music or something, or the particular stuff. So lots of illegal things happen inside there. The possibility of illegal things happen inside the bar is the more probable as compared from the normal shop. So yeah, so for maintaining discipline and security, just you keep it. So you when you just understand this particular things, these possibilities, like lots of possible something happen, like illegal things happen. So inside the bar, so you need to make a something you should do if you want to just make a discipline inside the bar and something. So you keep that bouncers. Okay, this is a which maintain the security and discipline inside the bar. So uh, for maintaining discipline and security inside the bar, you just keep the bouncer for the particular. So you just hire, you recruit some bouncer, which is basically maintain the discipline and something you can say security inside the bar. So that's the idea. So similarly, like VPN is all about something protecting layer um, uh, of your personal resources. So if someone want to talk with your personal resources, they talk first VPN, and VPN show you, oh, this is a like something, this is a good and healthy way to talk. Yeah, just continue. If it's something attached, some vulnerability or something, some kinds of the bad attacks, so it's block this. So this is the wall between you and your third person who actually want to interact with your second person, interact to either internet or some hackers you want there. Okay, so that's all about the VPN, and I hope you understand about the VPN very well. Okay, so let's come to the next agenda. Okay, let's come to agenda number 2, and in this agenda we actually talk about like what actually proxy is. And so proxy is similar like VPN, but it is the second layer of security. So okay, let me discuss first what actually proxy is. So when we're talking about proxy, just I give you three words to again I give you three words to understand the proxy server. So proxy is like something secure, protect. As similar, they secure your communication, check and protect your sensitive information. But in that case, we actually deal with there some specific site or app level. So some specific port. So port something, if any app running inside your resources, then in internet it is labeled as some kinds of the number. So this the particular number is called a port, something port. So port is like this. So So proxy is something like when you just keep your shell protected on some specific level of security. When you just want personal level of security and selective level of security, then I think you can say proxy is for you. uh, what happened inside it, I tried to connect you. So something, this is a particular ISP, internet protocol. So you try to communicate with internet protocol. So the first filter, you say you want to send an email or something to the particular thing. If the particular email have some kinds of the tampered possibilities much higher, then what happen, you use the proxy on their some specific site level. Let's suppose you are using a particular information as a particular application. Let's suppose particular application, and you want to say, you want to make sure that if anything goes inside or outside that particular application, they must be protected. Okay. So you use proxy. Proxy help us to protect you from on that level of the protection. It gives us selective level of protection, app level of protection, or site level of protection. So if anything inside and outside, or something, the possibility of tempered something, confidentiality, it protect everything. It's maintain the CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. This CIA trade-off. Okay. So proxy is the first layer of filter, and it's allow, okay, let's suppose if you want to send a particular information to internet, then it's sent to the first VPN, and proxy first filter it out, which is allowed or not allowed, and is it safe or not safe, and then after send to the VPN, and VPN talk to that ISP. So this is the two layer of security inside the internet. This is this is app level of security, and this is like full resource. This is resource level of security, and this is a personal level of security. So personal level refer to some specific site or application that you're using, and if you want to make secure that particular stuff, then you can use the proxy only for that particular. But VPN is all about something broader field. It's all about something, when you're using that VPN, that it want anything going inside and outside your particular personal devices, then VPN makes sure that particular thing is protected or secure. Okay. So that's the basic thing you can say proxy is. So I think the three main benefits of the VPN, it as an intermediary between VPN and something you. So sometimes VPN causes lots of consequences, so it's protect from you. Second one, it forward and filter. So forward filter sounds something like what should to allowed or what not should to allowed, what they need to. Sometimes lots of request or response need to just classify on the basis of some kinds of the security checkup. So uh, proxy help us to determine something, which particular thing is allowed or which particular thing is need to block. So that's the basic idea behind the proxy server. Yeah, proxy is important, one of them, and we are talking about security level of concept. So proxy and VPN sound similar, and it is based on some privacy and security. So it's all about it, like you can understand proxy much better about it. Again, if this one going to productive for you, if you learn something from, then it's my pleasure. So see you soon.